Welcome to Cadwell Park in Lincolnshire, which today is a very important place for the Honda Racing British Superbike team. After a challenging first round at Donington, they have got some work to do. So the team has come down here to piggyback on a Honda Motorcycles event as they launch the CBR 1000RR to test the bikes and have a go at sorting some of those problems out ahead of round two. We have Dan Linfoot and Jason O'Halloran, as well as the full team, down here for some action between the trees at Cadwell Park. Here's a look behind the scenes. So what goes on when we're not racing?
We've got some issues we've got to get on top of. The only way we're going to achieve that is actual track time. And unfortunately, it's just in and out, in and out. But, you know, we're confident. Like I said, at Donington Park, if you look at it on the Friday, Saturday, it's the 7th day of us running that machine. So we've got a lot of work to do. We know that, but we're confident we can get on top of it.
We're actually here for a 3-day event with Honda Racing to ride around with some of the Honda dealers and for those guys to sort of learn more about the technical aspects of the bike and then get a chance to ride the bikes around Cadwell Park with myself and Jason on track as well. So yeah, it's a nice event, and obviously it's nice to have a few hours spare one day to get the Superbike out and do some important testing for our British Superbike campaign.
It's great to be here at Cadwell Park. I love riding around the circuit, and it'll be a really good test for us today with the things we need to try on the new Fireblade. Donington was a little bit of a steady start for us, but to be honest, we sort of knew that going there with the first few days that we had. We knew we were sort of running out of time, so it was very useful data that we got from the 220 lap races. We made a big improvement from race 1 to race 2 with the overall race time, although the position was the same. So I'm looking forward to next week at Brands Hatch. You know, it's a strong championship this year, and we need to get on top of things quickly, which is why we're here testing today.
25 riders make up a packed 2017 British Superbike Championship grid, the cream of the crop for two-wheeled motorsport in the UK. Unarguably a dream job, and one which requires utmost dedication to the cause. What is it like to be a BSB rider in a works team like Honda Racing?
Well, that's what we live for, you know, that feeling on the grid where you're around 30 other bikes that are only a couple of metres away, and that sort of close proximity of turn 1 where you've all made a start and you're trying to fight for your position on track. It's instinctual, you know, you go for a gap and you slot in and then you start your sort of rhythm from there, really. And I love racing. I would say my performance is better in races than what it is in practice and testing, which shows I could improve in that area as well. So yeah, I know I'm lucky to do what I do. Maybe I should smile more, but obviously you always want to do better. You always want your last result to improve upon your last result.
For me as a kid, this is all I've ever wanted to do. So right now, I'm living the dream. It's in my opinion, it's the best job in the world. You know, I get paid money to race motorbikes, so it doesn't get much better than that for me. You know, the adrenaline, the satisfaction that you get from when you do a good job and you get things right, you know, it's like nothing else. So yeah, absolutely love my job.
It's a great race team. We've got fantastic facilities, great opportunities, and you know, for the guys to be here today working, look at the sunshine. The sun shines out. What better job could you ask for?
BSB attracts a huge following of fans from all over the world. And with 12 rounds taking in the UK's most iconic race circuits, including Donington Park, Brands Hatch and Alton Park, it's little wonder. Round 8 will once again see the annual pilgrimage to Lincolnshire for thousands of fans, right here at Cadwell Park, a favourite among the spectators and the teams.
Remember, if you look over on the hillside there, it's full of sheep at the moment, but I can remember when that was a motocross track. And we were up here practicing. I was up here, I think, with Dave Watson was the first time, and then with Ryan Hunt, Rob Herring when we used it. So that was right back in the 80s and early 90s. It seems a long time ago.
I'm starting to get a little bit of a better relationship with Cadwell Park in the most recent years. I've never really been a big fan in previous seasons, but I think I had a chat with you earlier. I didn't come from motocross, and the mountain's always been a little bit of a weak section for me. So again, somewhere to work on and improve on. I really do enjoy riding at Cadwell Park. The races are very frantic and feel very narrow and feel like they're at warp speed, but you know what, great atmosphere with a crowd, so many people, so close to the track, and it's always a special one during the season to come to Cadwell Park, especially with it being the home of Honda Racing and only a few miles up the road, it's a really important race for them as well as me.
Cadwell Park for me, it's so different to what I grew up racing on back in Australia, and from the first day that I rode here, I really clicked with it. I love the setting, you know, here in Lincolnshire, and I just absolutely love the circuit. You know, it's a demanding race. It's probably one of the hardest races on the calendar. The circuit's very physical and very demanding on the body. You know, it takes a lot of concentration, and you know, the atmosphere here on race weekend is just like none other race that we have all year. So you know, I can't wait to get back here for the British Superbike race. And you know, last year we had a double podium, a third and a second. So hopefully we can go a couple better this year and get a double win.
So can Honda Racing get their teething problems ironed out? And will Dan and Jason go one better at Cadwell Park in 2017? You could be there in person to watch the spectacle unfold, along with all the other attractions that make the British Superbike round at Cadwell Park such a popular event in the UK bike racing calendar. Visit cadwellpark.co.uk for more information and to book advance tickets.